When they say she get it from her mama say you can write body rude is one polite. Tell me in the home.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you do not know me, my name is Kalia Imani White and I am so grateful to have you all with me today. So one of the biggest anxieties that people carry is this fear of what if I am missing out on God's plan for my life? We're told to find our purpose, walk in our calling, and do what we're meant to do. But rarely are we taught actually how that alignment works. So today I want to take the pressure off and explain what it means to really align with God's plan for yourself. And this is going to be done biblically, practically, and without fear. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So let's start off by saying that God's plan for your life is not so fragile that one mistake will ruin it. Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts humans plan the course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Alignment is not about perfection. It's about direction. You don't miss God's plan because you're human, but you do drift when you stop listening. We're often looking for a dramatic calling, a sign, a voice, a moment. But scripture shows us that purpose is revealed through obedience, not obsession. As Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." What you're meant to do can often be uncovered by doing something well that's right in front of you, growing wherever you're planted, and stewarding what God has already given you. Your calling grows as your character grows. I know that you guys are probably tired of me saying it, but I'm going to say it a million times because, once again, I did not come from where I am now. Okay, I came from very bad situations, circumstances. However, I grew out of them. I grew out of that situation. Exactly where God planted me, I formed a relationship with Him. And I decided, I don't want the reality that I'm growing up in to be my reality when I get older. So I made changes. I learned, I taught myself, I researched. One of the biggest things that I always tell my sister that I did growing up, just to get a visual image of where I wanted to go, I signed up for a subscription of Teen Vogue magazine so that I can get the magazines every single month so that I could see the life that I wanted to live growing up. And I had to grow within my situation. There are people in my family, once again, who are still in those situations, who grew up with me, alongside me, who witnessed the way that our family was. However, they chose to assimilate instead of deciding, I don't want this for myself. You can't be blessed until you grow character-wise, until you grow with what God has already given you. As many preachers and pastors say, you have to grow through what you go through. And I'm going to cut my cousin some slack, okay? Because alignment is uncomfortable. It is so uncomfortable. God's plan will often require discipline over desire, obedience over comfort, and growth over familiarity. In order for me to grow, I had to move from my home city. At 18 years old, I left and it was so uncomfortable, but I learned so much about myself and about the way that the world works. And I saw wealth. I saw so much that I had never grown up with. And it was very uncomfortable at first to leave home because you don't know anything. You don't trust anyone. You're taught not to trust anyone for your own safety. But I did, and I left, and I'm grateful that I left. So if you're uncomfortable, that does not mean that you're off track. It often means you're being stretched. Something that I see a lot of Christians struggle with, myself included, is when things get tough and you're in an uncomfortable situation. You're trying to decipher whether or not this is for you and God is testing you to keep going, or whether or not this is not for you and God is not testing you to keep going. What I would challenge everyone to do is to keep going. If God does not want you in a situation, He will remove it for you. And only keep going if what you are trying to accomplish is aligned with God's message. So here are some signs that you are aligned, because alignment does not always look successful. It can look the complete opposite, actually. So you are in alignment if you feel conviction, not confusion. Anytime that you are confused, more than likely you are in the wrong space. You are in alignment if you are at peace, even when things are hard. Where I live now, my gosh, this apartment is expensive. It's so expensive and it's quite annoying. but this is the most peaceful my life has ever been. I wake up and I'm so happy to just be here. You are in alignment if you are gaining clarity over time. You are also in alignment if you have an increased responsibility. That's something that I struggle with right now. Not only am I responsible for taking care of my sister, who's 15 years old, and being a wife and taking care of our home, I'm also responsible for taking care of my great-grandparents, all of my great aunts and uncles. Anything that they need, I have to be the one that goes running. And you are also in alignment if you have an immense amount of maturity in the way that you respond to challenges. And this is something that I feel like we've all heard, but God's plan develops you before it elevates you. And something else that we have to do so that we don't get knocked out of alignment is to stop comparing ourselves to others. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to step out of alignment. This is actually something that I had to explain to my husband the other day because he was confused as to why I was offended by. There's a girl that I know, and I told her, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair." And she goes, "Thank you, but it's not like yours though." I immediately got irritated. I got irritated because I do not like the comparisons in any way, shape, or form, because what that tells me is that you feel inadequate compared to me in some way, shape, or form, which can lead to a road of envy. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's just me. I don't like it. Even in scripture, Jesus explains that he also does not like it. John 21 shows Peter asking Jesus about someone else's calling. And Jesus responds to him, "What is that to you? You follow me." He's a savage. God's plan for your life will not look like someone else's. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's smaller. It just means that your alignment is personal. Everyone's alignment is personal, and your calling is extremely specific. And that's where we fall short with social media as well. Everyone posts their highlight reels and we start comparing. We start comparing what they're doing, what the highlight of their life looks like. But we never see their downfalls. It is not our business what their highlights are, nor is it our business what their downfalls are. We need to focus on ourselves. So if you're asking what you're meant to do and you really want to find out what it is that you're meant to do, start here. Obey God daily, because you literally can't hear him if you're clouded with sin. Grow consistently. Steward responsibly. Stay humble and stay disciplined. And humble is a big one. That's one of the biggest ones. I am so big on that. Stay humble. You could lose your position in a minute, especially if you are God's child. Like, I feel like the more obedient you are, the more disciplined you are, and the closer relationship you have with him, the quicker he is to make you an example. So stay humble. Alignment isn't found in chasing purpose. It is found in walking faithfully. God doesn't reveal the whole plan at once. He reveals it step by step. Take this step, and then after you take that step, I will show you what to do next. If this video helped you today, make sure to comment down below, "I choose alignment." And if you want more faith-based practical teaching for women walking in alignment, make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, and like this video and send it to somebody if you care. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
I put that on my mama, on my